How's it going, everybody? It's Young here with a quick Death Stranding news update. The following information comes from Hideo Kojima's Twitter, through which he released some new screenshots showcasing the capabilities of the Decima game engine. Some of these images will be familiar to you if you watched the PSX 2016 Death Stranding panel, but there are a couple of new ones in here. Let's begin by looking at this image, which Kojima tweeted was the Kojima Productions meeting room that has been recreated on the Decima engine. The purpose of this is to test out the game's lighting. They can essentially use this as a reference point for Death Stranding's lighting, and then adjust accordingly. Looks pretty damn realistic from where I'm sitting. Next up is the same meeting room from another angle, this time featuring Guillermo del Toro's character. Here you can get a decent look at these handcuffs on his right wrist, which are worn opposite to Norman's, who wears his handcuffs on his left wrist. And you can kind of see Guillermo's umbilical cord here, which emanates from inside his body. I'm assuming this tube goes into his shirt and attaches onto his belly button or something. Next up, we have a close-up of Mads Mikkelsen's weapon. I'm no expert on guns, so I couldn't tell you the exact model of this weapon, but if you have an idea, let us know in the comments below. At the very least, I can tell that this weapon looks much more modern than the World War II rifles that the skeleton soldiers are wielding in the trailer, which raises some interesting questions. But yeah, all in all, very impressive degree of realism. Particularly intriguing is the oil-like substance smudged all over Matt's skin and clothes. It really makes you wonder what the nature of his character is and what the oil-like substance really is. Next up, we have the same meeting room, except this time we can see what looks to be an organically infested World War II tank. I get the feeling that it's not just a tank with organs strewn about. I think this tank has been turned into a living organism, with the metal of the tank acting as its outer shell. You can see things like teeth emanating from certain parts of the tank, and you can even see that organs reside inside the tank itself. Pretty disturbing. I don't know about you, but I'm sensing some Junji Ito influence here, a famous Japanese manga artist who focuses on horror. He was actually working with Kojima and Guillermo back when Silent Hills was a thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out that Kojima will once again be working with the man for some of the more horrific images that we may end up finding in Death Stranding. Alright, so here's a new image. This is what looks to be a screen capture of a scene from the trailer rendered in real time. Once again, some very impressive lighting that really adds to the photorealism of this game. The next image shows the same scene, but with the camera turned to the right, and only showing the lighting and texture. Nothing we haven't really seen before, but impressive nonetheless. The next image also shows lighting and texture, but this time from another angle. Kojima also released the exact image, but with all the additional effects added, and this is the final result. The final image that Kojima released shows us a render of Mads Mikkelsen's character, but this time with only lighting and no textures. Something that I did notice about this character in this image is that, alongside this rifle, he's also wielding a fairly modern-looking pistol, which is currently holstered on his chest region. Other than that, it's hard to make out any additional details with the image like this, but this certainly looks like a very impressive and accurate 3D scan of Mads, and I'm excited to see the final result of the game's performance capture. From what little I've seen so far, things look pretty damn good. That's pretty much all I have to present in this video, so with that, I would like to conclude this news update. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below what you think about the Decima game engine from what you've seen so far, and to be further updated on all things Death Stranding, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out!